welcome to the Curious Realm's continuing coverage of Stairway to the Stars here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are here with none other than the indomitable voice of not only Ancient Aliens, but Oak Island.
Yeah, the Curse of Oak Island.
Robert Clotworthy. How are you doing?
Chris, fantastic. Wow.
I have followed your work for so many years. You have one of the most sultry voices in the business, my friend. As someone who has worked in broadcast and done voiceover, I absolutely adore your work. You would do a fantastic job with narration of both of those shows.
The check is in the mail. You'll should be receiving it next week.
My first question for you is, are these fields of study or interests that you had before you started working on these programs?
Yeah, I don't think that any of us, if we're sentient human beings, and looked up at the sky at night, looked at the stars, hasn't wondered whether we are alone or not.
Yeah.
You know, that's why in the show when I say we are not alone, we have never been alone, it's something that I think resonates with a lot of people. It certainly resonates with me, absolutely.
Yeah, interesting, because, you know, I know many people who are voiceover artists, hey man, like, you're hitting record. You aren't necessarily into the content, you know, but...
You know, it's interesting because when I first started doing Ancient Aliens, it was a subject that interested me. I had read Chariots of the Gods, Eric von Daniken's book, when I was in junior high school.
Sure.
So I had like a little bit of a knowledge of what was out there. But as we've dug deeper into it, and the show's become more and more popular, it has piqued my interest, and also I understand that the public has really resonated to the show. So I need, and since I am the voice of the show, it's inherent to me to be, to take the job seriously, to be present, to be there, to give it my all, and to be curious about the information that's out there. When I go into the studio, I don't get the script in advance. I don't want to see the script in advance. I'm really good about getting the words off of the page, but the reason I don't want to read the script in advance is because I want the information that's coming out of that script to affect me.
Yeah, you want the actual emotive feeling of
if something's surprising, I go, oh my goodness, this is incredible. I can't wait to tell people about it. So that is part of, I think, naturally that comes out when I do the show.
Oh, absolutely, and that translates most definitely through the screen. The actual genuine surprise of some of the information. And I love the fact that you don't go through and read and reread your script before you go through, because it can make it very mechanical at that point.
It's processed, it's mechanical, takes all the magic out of it.
Absolutely. Now, Oak Island, that is one that my wife, not so much the Ancient Aliens fan like I am, but she has deep dived and really gotten it. Like, she's an Acorn man. Like, she is an Oak Island lover. And it has been interesting to see how that show has actively spawned so much interest in various, I mean, everything from Knights Templar research coming forward, all kinds of things.
Yeah, it's... we get close to 3 million people tuning in each and every week to that show. Wow. It's somehow just connected with people. I think part of it is that we've all wanted to find treasure. As a little kid, you go out there, you explore, you're looking for treasure. There's something about that I think is just part of our DNA. And then you add to that the Laguna brothers, they're serious about this. This is a dream that they've had since they were little kids. Yeah. And they're all in, and they're able to do this on a scale that we could only imagine. Yeah. It's not like they have unlimited resources, but they have the resources to really go big with it. It's like go big or go home. Well, they're going big. And you add to that the element that they have to work together. Yeah. They have a great chemistry between them because they are brothers. They have to solve problems. They fail. They succeed. It's a great metaphor or a great example of what life is all about. So people that watch this show, I've had people come up to me and say, I hope they don't find anything because my kids are learning so much.
I keep telling people all the time in the communities, they're like, oh, they ain't gonna find any gold. I'm like, I think you've missed the gold they already found. They have already changed the history of the local area, absolutely. The island. Everything has been to the point that local native populations told the government, whoa, hold on, we need to stop everything and reconsider stuff.
Yes, they have to go through the through the proper channels, they find something, even if it's underwater. They can't like pick it up.
It is an all-stop. It's an all-stop, and people do not realize some of that. Some of the actual intensity that goes into just make a 30-minute episode, an hour-long episode is a week or so of recording. Absolutely. And even once again, the research that has been found already, the proof that has been found, lead going to Templar mines, all kinds of things. It's absolutely, but that is the gold. That's the gold. Whether they find buku treasure or
the joke. What I joke up when I go into the studio, I look to see if anybody is wearing like a golden crown, because I know if they're wearing a golden crown, then they found the treasure.
Hey, where'd you get those 8 new rings?
And I joke. I say if they find the Ark of the Covenant, I hope it's going to be kind of like the Stanley Cup, where everybody gets to keep it for a day. You come
in and like the TV in the office is just sitting on top of it, so it's nondescript.
Or you'll come to one of these conventions like we are today, and I'll have the Ark behind me. I just get it for the day.
$5 a can.
Don't open the lid. Whatever you do, don't open the lid.
God, don't touch it. I just had to come by, get you on tape, because I mean, once again, I have loved your work for years and years. For someone like me, you're an absolute inspiration to the field of voiceover work, things like that.
I had an agent told me once, even a blind squirrel will find an acorn every once in a while.
That's right.
So,
you have found millions of acorns, my friend.
Thank you.
That's the beautiful thing, is that because of the openness of people like you narrating things like this, and even approaching the material the way that you do, that is what draws people in.
If I wasn't on the show, I'd be a fan of the show. So I look at it that way. I mean, I'm seriously invested in it. It's not like they just pay me a check and I go and do my thing and leave. No. I treat every session as if it's my first day on the job, and I'm thrilled and excited to be there. And whenever, like on Ancient Aliens, when I say ancient astronaut theorists say yes, I know the audience loves to hear it. So I kind of take a moment. I go, okay, this is for you. So people, if you're watching Ancient Aliens and I say ancient astronaut theorists, say yes. That's a little wink and a little kiss from Robbie to you.
Fantastic. Robert, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Greatly appreciate your whole body of work. Before we let you go, look at the camera, let everybody know where they can go to follow, where they can go to find all your content.
Instagram, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, which is now called X. So I'm everywhere. I'm out there. But more importantly, watch the shows. Continue watching it. If you want to get updates, follow me on Facebook, on X, and I like posting information on what's happening on the show.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time during this very, very busy Stairway to the Stars conference. While you're online checking out all of Robert's amazing work, everybody, make sure to stop on by Curious Realm. CuriousRealm.com is where you can find all the content. That's where you can follow channels of our guests. That's where you can buy our guests' books, items, things like that. Stay tuned through these commercial messages, everybody. We will be right back after this with more amazing content from Stairway to the Stars 2023 right here at the Luxor in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, right after this.